Paint is acquired. I got 2 gallons of primer because I'm overcoating the dark blue, and I feel like that's going to take a lot of primer just to kind of whiten that out. And then I did a really light gray. It's hard to tell because gray doesn't look gray until it's like gray, until it's gray. Like, so a light gray looks like it's white, but a dark gray looks like a light gray. And then when you put it on a wall, you're like, oh, this is actually darker than I thought. So with that in mind, I went with a lighter gray. Plus, I want the wall to almost appear like it's white, just almost like a shadow, you know, like just the way the light is hitting the wall. It just looks like a shadowy tone over a white wall. So it just wants to complement and accent the white walls. I'm really overanalyzing this, but whatever. I'd rather overanalyze than underanalyze, I guess, right? Side note, so I went to Lowe's yesterday. Lowe's, if you don't know, it's like Home Depot. Yesterday, and I picked up something. While I was there, this is what's weird. While I was there, I had to get, I got a vacuum, but the vacuums were all locked up. So I had to go get an employee. So I was looking for employees, and I saw this one guy, but he was busy with somebody else. And I kind of like hovered around waiting to see if he would be done quickly, but he wasn't. But I was like staring at him for a second. And he had like a weird kind of like beard. Just the way his beard was, I just noticed it. I'm like, oh yeah, that guy has got a funny beard. Move on with my life, right? I found somebody else, all good. Story over there, right? This morning, I'm laying in bed. I like wake up early, so I'm just kind of like scrolling through reels and stuff, and I come across, you guys have probably seen these. It's like these like comedian people that will go to like department stores and just kind of like confuse people, make an ass out of them, etc. And they'll wear like meta glasses or like have, you know, a camera on a shelf kind of hidden. So I'm watching this one, and it's this guy goes up to just a customer in a department store, like in a Home Depot, and says something to him. He keeps calling him like buddy or baby. He keeps calling him baby on purpose, and the guy starts losing it on him, like, get the fuck away from me. And then an employee comes over and says like, what's going on? Like, you gotta get out of here. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, that's that guy. I'm like, I literally saw this guy yesterday. This is just a random video in the world, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's that guy. And I look closer, I'm like, wait a minute, this is Lowe's, it's not Home Depot, so that aligns. And then I go to the account, and the guy that made the joke is from New Jersey. So I'm like, this is definitely freaking him. And it was like blowing up. It had like 400,000 views. So I just left Home Depot or Lowe's now to get the paint, and I just kind of like look around for that guy just to see if he's around, because I wanted to like say something to him, but I can't find him. So the guy mixing my paint is mixing it, and I go up to him like, hey, I got a weird question for you. He's like, what's up? And I'm like, was there like a viral video that took place here? And he starts dying laughing, and he's like, yeah. He goes, that just happened like a week and a half ago. And he goes, my manager is the guy in it.
A railroad crossing.
He said, my manager is the guy in it, and he doesn't even know about that video. Anyway, pretty funny. Large world, but a small world, right? All right, time to get painting. Yeah, I can never tell. I can never tell if it's smears on the lens, because I'm always grabbing it. You know, it's a little camera, and I just hold it, like I just palm it. Or if it's the lens, because I do have a mist filter on here. So I don't know if this is the right setting for a mist filter, but here we are. All right, I'm gonna see how quickly I can paint both of these walls, because I hate painting, and I just want to bang this out and get it over with. This wall over here is, I'm gonna take that off. That's gonna be just white, so I'll have it match this wall. And then I'm going to prime both of these. I'm gonna leave that basically primed white. I don't need to put a gloss or anything on it. And then this one, after I paint it white, I'm gonna do a light gray, so it'll be like an accent wall over here. So my goal is to get these all done in like, well, I'm gonna paint them. I gotta wait, paint, wait. So I'm hoping it's 2 coats. This dark blue, I don't know. 2 coats of primer, and then hopefully 1 coat of gray. But I want to get it all done today. So I want to get this all done in the next 3 hours. It is 2 o'clock. So it starts right now. I want to be done by 5. Let's see if we can get that done. All right. All right. Basically, I have 2 coats done on this wall. Everything's wet. I was trying to get the corners and the edges, but after the first coat, I did that. I think that's still wet. I just did a second coat, so I gotta wait, unfortunately. It may require a bit of a third coat. I think I'm just gonna use up what I can of this can and just blast this, and then yeah, I don't know how I'm doing on time, but another hour, I would say, of primer, if that. And then I want to get the gray done, so that's happening tonight. Whew. There we go. Is this clean? Again, I can never tell. There we go, adjust. All right, guys, let's see here. Let me move back so you can see it. It's a wide angle here, or there's a wide lens, but all right, so everything's white. I am almost done with the white. There is still a little bit of touch-ups. You can still see through a little bit of that blue. This wall is going to get painted a very light gray, just as kind of like an accent wall to these two, but also stay very bright and like light. But this, which I forgot, is going to be white. So I'm not even just priming it. I got to like do multiple layers and turn this into a bright white. This is where it stops. Everything over here is like this dull ass like pinky Pepto-Bismol, which I hate. So maybe one day I'll paint all this, but it really is not needed because this is the backdrop. So this is important. I'd rather get this done, get this all set up, and then in due time maybe I'll paint that when it isn't time sensitive. So here we are. I wanted to get done in 2 hours. That ain't happening. Basically, we are at close to about an hour and a half. What time did I start? I don't even know. Maybe longer. Maybe we're at 2 hours. Let me see. Yeah, we're at 4:10. So we're within the same timeline, but I got to paint that wall gray, and the fumes in here are getting to me. So I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna just finish. I'm doing like a vlog on painting, but I got a little bit left of this paint, so I'm just gonna dump that out into here, and then finish up the needed touch-ups for this wall since it matters. I gotta wait for this to dry, and then anything left over I'll just kind of spray all over this wall and clean up any darker spots, and then I'm gonna get out of here, and I'll come back tomorrow and do this wall in a light gray, and then we can call it a day. So all right, this is kind of boring. I mean, what are you gonna do? This is work. All right. I think we got a good setup here. The walls are a little bare, but that's fine. Look at that, it's starting to come together. Gray back wall. It doesn't look that bad with the right exposure with these lights, but these lights are bad. They're super bright. But that's kind of a cool shot. And it's weird how like that kind of matches this, like, you know, balances it almost exactly. It's a little bit and clean that up, but for now this is good. We got some couches here. I gotta figure this out, but it's not a big deal. We got the gray wall. I got a bunch of trinkets. I gotta organize that, but that doesn't matter for now. And I've got couches on each side, so they're kind of balancing themselves out in the room. I kept that there. I thought it looked good off the white, complementing the gray. I figured if I move this over to here, it would get too gray, and then we'd have a white wall. So it actually works better now, I think. I got a barrel over here. I cleaned this room out, and then I cleaned up this desk. I put some casters on it, so now they can move around. And I'm going to actually lock them because I just found the correct positioning. Where is it? And I set my two heights. This is standing, this is sitting, which is great. So when I want to sit, I just pull the chair out. Look at that. It's like the perfect height of the chair. So I can hide it underneath the shot. So this is me here looking at that camera. I have an overhead right there, my Osmo Pocket 3, key light there. All the wires are nice and clean. Look at that, nothing. This wire is for the desk. That's it. And then over there, I have my fill light. I might be able to put something up here, like which would be like a hair light, but we'll see. And then I swapped out that like metal shelf for this one, which this I found at the curb. This thing's in perfect condition. This, it was like 3 blocks away. I was walking my dog and I'm like, I'm just gonna grab it. So I grabbed it, carried it home, brought it to work. It's been sitting in our warehouse now for like 3 months. But it's perfect. It's got some wood on it, looks good. I didn't paint behind it, so we still got that pink color, but doesn't matter. That is what matters. And then I took out all of these weird little cameras that were in my girlfriend's uncle's basement. He passed, and then as her mom was cleaning out his basement, she found these 2 bags of cameras and asked me if I wanted them. And I was like, you know what? I don't know anything about these, but these will be potentially fun little projects just to clean up, even if they're just decorative pieces. I mean, I can't imagine I would really want to get any of these working and then use them. But I would like to clean them and just kind of, you know, get familiar with them all. And then they can sit on a shelf like they are now. What is that? Oh, that's that. And then I got this sweet Kodak bag from a long time ago. All this stuff is dirty. I have to clean it all, but I just put it here just to be able to see it so I know visually what I need to do. And like this bag, it's covered in dirt. It needs a really good scrubbing, but that is a cool bag. And then this utility desk or table that I had, this is perfect because I can put my stuff on it, like my backpack with all my camera gear and stuff right in there. That's gonna go away, that's gonna go away. I have a whiteboard, I gotta clean that up, and then I could potentially put that somewhere and like do stuff on it. And then over here is my little utility chest from Harbor Freight. It's also on casters. I was worried about the blue because these 2 walls were dark blue, which clashed with that blue, but now it works. Now it works well. That is a great accent color to this room. These are a little bit dark, but I don't care. If they were a little bit lighter, maybe it would clash with the wood, so I'm okay with it. And then I can wheel this out anytime I want to do any sort of like, you know, photo or video for content for anything. I have a slider here, and then what I was thinking of doing is putting up like a shower curtain rod across this whole thing, and then just getting a cheap like backdrops, you know, like maybe fabric to start. I can get like a green screen, I can get a black. This is already white, so I could probably just leave it, maybe fill in. There's a little hole there. Can you see that hole? Yeah, there's a hole there. And then just use those as backdrops, you know. So, all right, onward.